I opened the letter from Oxford and I cried a lot. I don't know if that was just purely out of joy or because it was just a combination of everything that day, but I was so happy.
By the time I got my letter, I knew exactly what time the postman came.
There'd been snow and the postman had been delayed for 3 days, and I started standing at the top of my hill waiting for the postman.
I just remember opening my letter and was like, I couldn't believe it because I thought my interview had gone terribly. I thought there was no chance I was in, so I was like, yay!
It arrived on Christmas Eve, so it was a big day.
It was a great Christmas present.
The letter comes and it was really small, and my mum assumed it meant that I hadn't got in, and she was just like, she wouldn't even stand in the room while I opened it. She just came there to give me a hug and was like, I'm so sorry. It's like, actually. So that's how I found out.
I was actually on a bus home from college and my dad rang.
I was asleep. My dad threw an envelope at my face.
I think my dad bought me flowers, which is very nice.
I refused to let him tell anyone in the family until I'd scanned it in and sent it to my mum, who didn't believe it.
One of the tutors here had rang him to tell me that I'd got the offer of a place, and I wasn't sure whether to believe him. I thought he might have been joking.
If you get in, you get an attachment saying like term dates and everything. So as soon as I got an email and I saw the attachment, I thought, oh, that would be cruel if they told me when it starts, but I'm not coming.
It must have been about 11 o'clock in the morning or something, so I was definitely in bed.
My tutor rang me up. I was on holiday in Egypt.
My tutor called me up, and I thought this has got to be some kind of prank.
It was actually the day before I sat my driving test.
I just got back from a wedding and I went upstairs with my letter, planning not to open it.
I didn't know who was on the other end of the phone. I was just like, yeah, you got in. Cool. See you next year. It was nice.
The driving instructor asked me, like, what are you doing next year? And I was like, I can't talk about it. Like, I was really, really happy, but I was like, I have to focus on the driving. Like, I'll tell you later.
So I'd half changed out of the dress I'd worn to the wedding, and then I opened it, and I think I screamed.
Did you pass that driving test?
Yes, I did actually.
Quite a good week, all in all.
Yeah, it was good.
And it took a really long time to sink in. Like, I was probably here for a solid term before it sunk in, to be honest. I was pretty happy. I don't have to describe how good it was.